What's up, my fellow jewelers? So today I am doing tools. We're talking about tools, and tools for beginners. So if you're just starting or you've been doing it for just a little bit, this video is for you. So today we're talking about tools you need, like the types of tools you're gonna need just to get started, and then where to get your tools, and then how to use your tools. So I've had these tools. I've had these tools for over a decade. I love them. I thought about getting me an upgrade, a new pair, but I just love these so much. I got these at Micheals and I love them. I was looking at Micheals' website the other day and they had these exact ones, except they're purple. That's another reason I almost got them. They're purple, but they're such a good brand. They're such a good style. I just like the quality. And you know, my sister gave me all of her tools because she stopped jewelry making. And so I got her tools from Walmart. Now, I think I'm just really obsessed with these and I didn't really like these as much. And it could just be preference, it could be personality preference, but I am really not fond of the Walmart jewelry tools as I am to the Micheals jewelry tools. Now here's the deal. I know Micheals is expensive. I know it's a lot more expensive than Walmart or maybe some other stores for crafting, but about every week they come out with a 40% coupon for one item. And if I were you, I would get that coupon and go down and buy me a set of tools. Now, these tools came in like a 5-pack and they're purple now, and so I would definitely go to Micheals and go get you a pair. So yes, totally love my tools. So right now I am going to show you what each tool is used for and how to do it. So let's go right now and let me show you how to do that. All about tools today. So these are my tools. I got my long nose pliers. That's right, for crimping things and holding things and moving things around. I have my round nose pliers for making like loops on beads and curves, and it's just, oh, I love this pliers. Probably one of my favorites. And then we have our cutter tools. I have my jeweler cutter tools and my electrician cutter tools. Now, my jeweler cutter tools, I still use them for really tight places to get into a really close cut. And then my electrical tools I'll use for anything and everything because they cut like butter. So I am going to show you a couple techniques and what tools to use. Now, I've been wanting to make these earrings for a long time. I've seen them on Pinterest and I just love them. They're super easy. And so I have a wire and I have a crimping bead and a bead and a shepherd's hook. And so I'm going to want to make it, but I'm going to need my tools to make it. As always, you need your tools. So I am going to make the wire be the same length as the other wire. That's right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my cutter tool. Now, my jewelry cutter tool goes dull within 2 months, and so I tend to use my electrical cutter tool unless I need to get into tight spaces. So I'm going to cut my wire with my electrician cutter tool. Cut my wire. So I'm going to first put my wire through my shepherd's hook, and I am going to bring my bead through the wires. That's right, I'm also teaching you how to make jewelry for the day. Isn't that funny? I can't help it. I love making jewelry and I love teaching others. So then I'm going to after I put my bead and the wires through my shepherd's hook, I'm going to put my crimping bead through. And make it about the same length because we want them to look about the same length. And then this is where my long nose pliers comes into play because I'm going to need it to crimp that bead. So I'm going to get up there and I'm going to squish that bead. I'm going to squish that bead. Yes. And just like that, I have a necklace from using my tools. Now, another thing, a technique you can use for your tools is I make loops. So I get my wire, right? I get a wire and I go in and grab a bead and I make loops. So I put my bead on my head pin and I cut my wire. This is so good for cutting, right? Cut my wire and then I get my round nose pliers and I bend that wire back at a 90-degree angle, bend it back at a 90-degree angle. Sometimes you have to do it at the base of it. Sometimes you can pull it back depending on how tight or loose the wire is. And then I'm going to use my round nose pliers to make a loop. Now, do you see with this round nose pliers that it goes really small right here and then bigger, bigger, bigger? That is helping you make size loops. So at the smaller end are gonna be my smaller loops. I'm gonna put my wire in the middle for medium loops and at the end for bigger loops. So this is all to help you make different size loops. I love it. So I'm gonna do a medium size loop. So I'm putting my wire in the middle. Do you see that? I'm putting in the middle and I'm going to the very end of my wire and I'm curling it forward. Oh, curling it forward. I'm moving my pliers back further on down the wire, and I'm curling some more until I have a loop on my bead. And just like that, with my round nose pliers, I have made a loop on my bead. Now, for split rings, I like to use both my round nose pliers and my long nose pliers, and I like to open it up, and I like to put a bead through, or put a lobster clasp through, or whatever. I like to put a bead through, and I'll put it through, and then with both my pliers, I will close it up. I will close up that split ring, just like that, and I'll squish it with my long nose pliers. There's so many possibilities. These are for squishing and holding and moving things around. These are for making gorgeous loops, or opening things up just ajar. And then you have your cutter tools. And these are the basic tools you're gonna need. There's so many more tools. There's tools that make loops for you. There's tools that help you with technique and wrapping wire around a bead. There's so many tools. If you're just beginning, this is all about your tools you're gonna need as a beginner. And then you can expand from here. You can do whatever you want. There's tools that help with crimping a bead and squishing it just right. I mean, you have so many possibilities, but for me, this is the greatest beginner's kit you will ever have to begin making beaded jewelry, handmade, crafted, beaded jewelry. Tools, eh? Tools. They are so important. Are they not? They are so important. You need your electrical cutter tools, your round nose pliers, your long nose pliers, and then your jewelry cutter tools. And I just love them. They are the extension of my hand. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you encourage you and help you. Next week I'm going to do the materials, what materials I use, especially as a beginner, like what to look for, where to go and stuff. So that's going to be next week. If you enjoyed the video, give me a big old thumbs up and comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the tools, and if you have any questions about tools and what about this, what about that. So totally comment below. And then I do a jewelry video once a week, so click right here to subscribe. And then last week I did a video all about this electrical cutter tool, all about it, so click right here. And then here's another video I did, but that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys, love you jewelers, go jewel on. All right, I'll talk to you later, bye.